Thank you to our patrons for helping make this podcast possible.
Welcome back to Void FM. It's your boys, Rav and Kill Bill the Rapper.
It's me. Listen to the crowd right now, dude. That's what the crowd sounds like. Because when they see me, when I go like this, I do like the Rob Van Dam, and they're all like, "Oh my God, it's Bill! Oh fuck, Rav, but look at Bill, he's so cool."
How you doing today, Bill?
I'm all horned up and ready to go. How you doing, buddy?
Both.
Okay. That's why I fuck with you, because you have like, that's what, sorry, edit that, Mitch. That's why I mess with you, because you're versatile. You're a versatile individual. I can't not curse the first minute. Like, it's really tough for me.
Why? Where do you think that comes from?
Insecurity. I just want to be like accepted, and I feel like it's easy to be accepted when you're doing something cool.
And
it's cool to curse. It's cool to curse. It's cool to smoke cigarettes. It's cool to skip class.
What makes it cool to what makes it cool to curse, Bill?
It's badass. Okay. Sorry for cursing.
No, it's all right.
People see it, they hear me curse and they go, "Wow, he's so cool. He's so neato," is what they say. What about you? Like, why do you curse? What's your deal? Huh?
Why do I curse?
Yeah.
Cause I'm also like you, just
freaky.
really cool. Yeah, I'm just just super cool. I thought it would impress everyone, and turns out it does. It does impress everyone. So that's dope.
You're looking good today. You look like you're in a new location.
Thank you. I am in a new location. I don't think I look good today because I haven't really prepared myself today, but it is what it is. I've just moved. I finally moved to my own place in Minneapolis after hopping from Airbnb to Airbnb for a minute there. But here I am. I don't have all the furniture yet, as you could probably tell. I also don't have all my stuff yet. That'll be arriving at the end of this month. But I finally have a home.
Congrats. How does it feel to be like this
homed up
spot? Yeah, you're all homed up right now.
It feels good, man. It feels good. I'm right by a railroad. Everyone whom I told, like, yo, I found a home, and it's like right by a railroad, everyone's like, yo, congrats.
Yo, it's
perfect
funny
for you.
It's so funny because like if I heard like, oh, we got to be by a railroad, I would be like, oh, that sucks. I'm going to have to deal with this noise. But it's so funny because I know how much you like trains.
Yeah.
And as soon as you said like, oh, there's a railroad, I was like, oh, good for you, man. It's funny.
It's sick. It's really sick. It's dope.
Yeah, that is sick.
And and I'm in Minneapolis, and I'm in a very walkable part, so it's cool. I love it. I love being out here. Nice. I've been ordering a bunch of furniture, also, patiently anticipating a lot of my stuff arriving cross continent. But that's how I've been doing. How you been though?
I've been good. I've been keeping busy. I went to DC this weekend to go visit some friends, and that was really fun. I told this story on stream last night, but some lady stole our wings, which is a fun little story.
That's a story would you be willing to tell the story on this?
I would love to. I would love to talk about this a bit. I want to get your input on things because before it felt like I was just kind of telling what happened, but I didn't have anyone to kind of bounce it off of,
Yeah.
So
plus, also Mitch has never heard it either, so
that
would be a great thing to dive into immediately then, wouldn't it?
Okay, so
you are now tuning into Void FM.
4053, why don't you turn around and let's back into the table. Okay. Let this turn around to your right. Follow of you from there. I'll see what the field of view looks like.
So here's how it went down. My friends, okay, we have Wingstop here, which is kind of mid. It's not that good, but I am a slut for some chicken wings. Like if you give me buffalo wings, if you give me as many, I will eat as many as you give me.
Where do the wings stop and the legs start?
That's what I'm saying, brother. It's there's a torso in the middle. Turns out, but it's. So, yeah, they don't tell you about that in wing school, okay? That's what you got to learn on the streets. All right.
Yeah.
So, I'm a slut for some wings, though. And they were like, hey, you got to get Wing Zone because Wing Zone is way better than Wingstop. And you can't get Wing Zone in North Carolina. I've never seen one. So, I'm like, cool, let's order some wings. So, the Wing Zone is kind of far away from where they were living, right? It was technically not in DC. I don't know exactly how that shit works. I've only been to DC a few times, right? And so it's like we order it on Uber Eats and we're waiting. We're going to watch Long Legs, which I had already seen, but they hadn't. And if you haven't seen it, like it's like a good movie to watch again because there's stuff you miss, you know? And so they're like, we'll just chill and wait. We just like are watching YouTube videos and stuff to start the movie. We're going to like wait till we have our wings and we're going to start the movie. I order it on Uber Eats and it like an hour and a half passes and the guy's like on the way. And then like halfway through him driving the like 30 minutes to get here, he was just like, yeah, we can't do the order. And they just refunded me. Right. So he ate my wings basically. Okay. So it happens. But I was like, damn, that sucks. And they were like, that does suck. You're going to have to order them again. We're going to have to order them again. And I'm like, really? Are we going to commit that hard to these wings? Everyone's like, yeah, like we're like all like ready for wings. We've been drinking and stuff. Yeah. So we do it and we're waiting still to watch this fucking movie until they get here. And it's like, estimated arrival 2 hours. Okay. And I'm like, all right, cool. We'll wait it out. Right. We're like doing other stuff.
What the fuck? That's
so
long.
Yes, it was far away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the dude's on the way there and there's like 10 minutes left. And so I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'll go out there. Right. I go. And as I'm walking up towards their door, it says order completed. And I'm like, sweet. When I open that door, there's going to be some wings just chilling there on the porch. You know, I open the door and there's no wings. And I thought to myself, must have been like a delivery error, you know?
Strange.
So I called the guy up. I'm like, hey, so where are my wings? And he was like, oh yeah, don't worry. I handed them off to the lady, like kind of near your front yard. And I was like, yeah, that wasn't us. And so I go over to my friend and I was just like, hey,
damn.
Hey, I think this lady took our wings. And I was just going to kind of take the L. Yeah. But then he got like real mad about it. He was just like, what? No way. Like she took our wings. And then his wife was like, I bet it was that lady who was peeking on me. And I'm like, what? And apparently their neighbor is like an older lady. And they had like in their basement, like a basement floor that was kind of like a guest room / hangout area, living room. And the window was like kind of on, you could see out like from the basement window, you know? And apparently she was like peeking through there. Like she just come by.
Gollum ass shit is that?
Yeah, she's like looking, like she just looked up like homegirl, like she was just chilling at the, you know, like I think she was doing something like just watching TV, and then she looks up and then sees this old lady like peeking down into this window. So they got like a film to put over the window to combat it because they didn't want to like call the cops on her. Although they probably should have in retrospect.
I mean, they didn't have to.
Yeah, it felt like they could have just like made a hindrance, you know? So basically we're like, please don't let it be this lady, right? And then my friend was like, let's walk down next door and see if it's her. And we're walking down and we see her. There's a fence, and then there's like a stoop, and she's chilling on the stoop with a bag of wings. It says Wing Zone on the bag.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's our wings, you know? And she's like, hey, and I didn't say anything at first. I kind of hung back. And then my friend was like, hey, excuse me. Like, I'm pretty sure that those wings got delivered and they're ours, but they got delivered to you. And she goes like, oh, no. My sister ordered these wings for me. And I was like, oh, okay. What does it say on the receipt? And it's like dark. This is at like midnight, by the way.
What
okay?
the fuck? This sounds like the beginning of a sketch. What does it say on the receipt? Okay,
What is it? I was like, what does it say on the receipt? You know? And then she looks at it and she's like, I don't have my glasses. I'm actually locked out of my house right now. I can't get in the house.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
and I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Random
That's
fun fact to
you know.
drop in
I was like,
there.
that sucks. But like, what does it say? She's like, oh, I can't see. Then we're like, oh, like, just bring it to us and let us see it. And then she goes like, well, see, like, I gotta get in the house. Like, I'm wet.
I would have
And
just walked over and been like, all right, let me see this. God damn it.
no, but there was a fence in the way. Like we couldn't. We would have been like
gotcha.
trespassing. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? And so she's just, and also like she's clearly like a little unstable. So I'm kind of like not trying to escalate, you know. And so, and my friend Quentin, he's like bartering with her and stuff. She's like, how long you been out here? She's like, I've been locked out of my house for like 3 or 4 hours. And she's like, look, see, my clothes are wet. And we don't know how her clothes got wet. That was the thing that was confusing, but they were indeed wet.
You said you could tell that something was off about her. What seemed off about her other than that she was like stealing y'all's food?
Well, I mean,
Was there like an ode, like a very strong like vibe thing that's like, where she's like clearly super anxious or something? Or
no, well, it kind of was giving like she needed a caretaker kind of thing. Like, not that she was there and talking with you, but whatever. Like, okay, for example, she kept calling my friend Anthony. And she also was, okay, I'll get to that. But she just had like a vibe that she was kind of confused,
Gotcha.
you know?
Dang.
And I say she's older. She had to have been like maybe late 50s. Okay.
like your peer.
Yeah. I was like, hey, bring that over here, you know? Just, we went to high school together is what I should have said. Anyway, fuck you. So
Maurice,
Maurice,
don't you remember me?
So yeah,
Prom night.
the dance. Yeah, remember the big
And
dance?
it meant something.
Yeah,
Maurice.
exactly. We slow danced. Okay, so she's there, and then eventually we go. I'm getting a little frustrated because I just spent I could have gotten a refund, right? I did eventually. Right. Spoilers. I didn't get the wings. Basically, so she's there, and I'm just like, yo, I just paid like $60 for these fucking wings. First of all, getting wings on Uber Eats is a racket. It's always like so overpriced for what it is. But I was like, fuck it, we're in DC, why not? You know? And so basically I just started saying stuff. I was like, hey, yeah, because could you just let me see that? Because that's our wings. I started saying those are ours. And then she just goes yeah, I don't believe you. And I'm like, well, if you'd show me the receipt, then I could show you that those are ours. But the guy said he handed it off to you. He described what you look like. You look like that person. You got wings at the exact same time that we got wings. I was like, you refused to show us the receipt when my name is on the receipt. I'm starting to say shit like this, right?
Yeah.
And
You're
so I'm kind of
out.
bad copping a little bit. And Quentin is good copping. He's like, oh, you look thirsty. You want some water? Gives her some water. She leaves the wings on the stoop, comes and grabs the water, drinks the water and stuff.
See,
right?
if he had me, I'd be the third one, the confusing cop. I'd be in the background just going, I feel all these shapes around me. Or something. Just to kind of spice things up for her.
Yeah, exactly. We need that kind of weird filler
yeah,
you're the
necessary,
icing to our Oreo at this moment. You gotta whatever that is, it's bad, but it's there. You know what I mean? Well, that's what you would have
grounds
been.
them because they're like, I may be off the shits, but I'm not as off the shits as whoever that man is.
Exactly.
And they're not harming him, so I'm safe.
But then, like, while you're being like real loopy and stuff, you'd be like, even I would give you the wings. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, so okay. So
It's a
eventually,
human right.
it just comes to this point where she's just like trying to get into her own house, and she's like, we weren't like really turning up on her. I feel like I was like more confrontational than him because I was just getting annoyed. But she's like doing shit like she's like shaking the fucking door, like she's trying to get in. She's like frustrated, right? And I'm like, and we're like, do you need help getting in? Do we need to call a locksmith or something? She's like, that's too expensive. I can't get in. And we're like, do you live alone? And she said yes, which is a lie, apparently. So I was like, fuck it, what are we gonna do? And now I'm like worried about this lady at this point.
She actually does live there.
Yes, she does live there. We know this for a fact, right?
Right.
Okay. So I go inside, and my friend Quentin's like, I'll stay out here. And I'm just telling his wife like what's going on, because she's like a little worried, you know, kind of rightfully so, a little, you know.
I would have just told the lady, like, all right, keep the wings. Is there any way we can help you with you getting inside, you know?
Well, okay, I would have done that, but I was really wanting those wings really bad, because it was like, dude, it had already gotten blue balled one time, you know, and it was like towards the end of it, I was like, okay, she needs the wings more than I do, right? Like this will probably feed her all weekend, right? But there was like a part of me that just wanted her to be like, these are your wings, I'm keeping them. I wanted her to acknowledge that she's just taking my wings. I don't know what it is.
But that's a lot. It's already probably ego crushing that she's having to steal in the first place.
I don't even think, the thing is, I couldn't tell if she's like was stealing. I couldn't tell if she like legitimately had like believed. Also, my dog's making funny noises. Wait. Oh, that's good. That's good, Cleo. Anyway, so I couldn't tell if she had just legitimately convinced herself.
Baby gator noises, by the way, but you know, I wouldn't worry about it.
We just see like a gator like come through the door, like
explodes out of her. She gives birth to it.
Yeah. Okay, so we kind of give up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we leave, and then Quentin's like, I'm gonna keep an eye on her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he was legitimately like, because he was like we were really hungry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was like legitimately considering like if she kind of like moved away or went to the back and left the wings, like popping in, grabbing the wings and leaving type shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, I was like, okay, yeah, dude, whatever. You know, I was like, what do you mean keep an eye on her? She's not going anywhere. She's locked out of her house. Right. So
yeah,
we go inside. I go inside and I tell his wife. And then I go back out to grab Quentin. I'm like, yo, let's just go. Fuck it. Let's just go back in. We'll just like order a burger or something, you know?
Yeah.
And so we go back inside. We go back inside. And then he was just like, you know what? Like, I'm going to check on her one more time and see if she needs anything. And so we go back out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been like 45 seconds. I'm not kidding. Like, he just like, we go back in. And then we're like making the decision of like, okay, she's going to keep the wings. We go back out and she's fucking gone and the wings are gone. And I was like, oh, she just got in her house. Like it was all like an elaborate ploy to like, you know, just, you know, okay. So I'm like, okay, cool. We just got finessed out of some wings, but we didn't really. Uber Eats got finessed out of some wings because I got the refund for it. Yeah. Right. Okay.
I hope the delivery man didn't get it a finesse, but if he did, I mean, that was on him too. Well,
it was kind of his fault, Loki.
It should be on Uber, I guess, than to, you know, get you.
He was apologetic when I called him. He was just like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." Like, it was like she was standing right there.
It's no one's real. Yeah, no one's.
Yeah, it wasn't like his fault per se, but like if you word it like, there wasn't like a, "Hey, are you Bill?"
I don't blame her either, though.
Yeah,
you know? I do feel bad for y'all. I do feel bad that y'all didn't get your. Was the burger good?
Well, there's more to this. So we ordered some burgers. I can't remember what we ordered. We ordered something. It was good. Okay. But I go
Can I make up what it was that you ordered?
Yeah, sure.
It was a first. The bottom bun is just toast bread. You specifically asked for toast bread. For the
Toast
bottom
bread?
bun.
Okay, I
Yeah,
like that. I like that. This is
for
a
the
good
bottom
start.
bun. Then you asked for egg. You said, give me only the white, but only like the parts that feel like boogers, you know,
Oh
when you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
do it
Raw
right.
egg yolk or egg white is what you're saying. Okay, I like
Yeah.
this. I like this.
Yeah.
This healthy, healthy.
Yeah.
You know, what's the
And
eating a raw egg and a raw egg white is the most nutritious way to eat an egg if you don't fear the salmonella.
yeah, nice. And then you have another piece of raw toast bread on top.
Raw toast bread,
Yeah, on
just
top.
uncooked. Is that what you mean? Just bread,
Bread. It's just
like Texas
untoasted.
toast, but bread. Texas
Yeah.
bread.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
On
okay,
top.
okay.
That's it. That's what y'all bring.
Somebody like booger sandwich is what you're saying. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. That's it. That's it. You get it. Hey, everybody. This guy gets it.
And it was good. You liked it. You said you enjoyed it. So anyway,
I ate
just-
it. I said, yummy.
I
Like
wanted
that.
to. This is just my interpolation of the
Okay.
events. Okay,
Okay, so
keep going. Sorry.
we order this food. We order my booger sandwich from Boogie's. That's what we call it. So, and I'm like, I'm gonna go stand outside like an asshole for like 5 minutes until he gets there, just in case.
Yeah.
I even put in the thing like I beg of you, only hand it to like a tall, fat white man. Like I said, I beg of you. Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay, and so I go outside and I wait on him, right? And then they both come out to like check on me while I'm waiting.
Right.
And then he's like, "What's going on over there?" And we look and she's standing in the neighbor's yard. Okay, like hopped a fence. And is like just kind of creeping through their yard like Solid Snake style, holding our wings in her hand. Like the full bag of wings. And she's just like, wow. And we're like just looking at her and we don't say anything. We're just watching her. She makes eye contact with us and is just like, and then she's like kind of spooked and like just kind of like goes to the left and kind of
She's like,
goes to the right.
She's like, if I don't move, maybe they won't see me.
Yeah, the vision is based on movement.
Yeah, like your T-Rexes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So the guy comes, and then the guy like hands it to me, and it was clear that he read the thing because he was just like, he handed it to me and was like kind of like smirking, like because it was a funny, I beg of you thing, and so he hands me the food. Okay, so 2 days pass, and the day before I leave.
That guy that smirk shows up dead on your front lawn.
Exactly, it's his head, and he's just. And then she's standing there with a knife in the neighbor's yard.
It's his head in that bag that was with the chicken wings before.
And just a bunch of bones all
It's just a
around
bunch
it.
of bones, his head, and the receipt with your name on it.
Yeah. Okay, so the last day, I'm like, fuck it. I'm ordering Wing Zone. Because I want wings. I want my wings. You know?
Yeah.
So we order it, and I do this. I go to do the same thing. I say the same. I literally say the same copy paste. I beg of you thing that I said before, and I go to, and they're like, your driver's arriving. And so I'm gonna go for the handoff. We're not leaving it nowhere. We're doing a handoff. I specifically said I want a handoff. I open the door, and you know how like when you open the door and you just kind of look over, you expect someone there. I looked down and like at the bottom of their porch, I see her just standing there. Like the lady from before. And she's just standing there. And we make eye contact and we're both like stunned. It's like we got staggered in Elden Ring. We're just like I'm just confused. And she just goes like, "I'm here to see Anthony." And I just go, No one in this house is named Anthony. And she just goes, okay, and just walks away. And I wonder, because she was standing near where that window was, if she was like peeking in the window and I caught her. Cause like when I opened the door, she was like she just got caught doing some shit she wasn't supposed to be doing. She like froze. And then I said something to her and then she was like, I'm here to see Anthony. And I was like, she's not here. And then she's like, okay, like any excuse to like walk away.
Why didn't you challenge her to Mortal Kombat?
I should have. I should have been like, hey, you want to arm wrestle?
But no, it has to be mortal specifically.
You want a mortal arm wrestle? I just rip her arm off, this old lady, and start beating her with it.
You want a mortal arm wrestle?
Yeah.
Hey, my name's Bill. You want a mortal arm wrestle? It's a crazy way to approach a lady at a bar.
Well, yeah. Well, she was there. I felt like that'd be a good thing to do. Anyway, so that was kind of the conclusion of the story. Was the last time I saw her, she was just standing in their yard, just kind of like she had to like open the gate and let herself in.
When do you think you're gonna see her again?
In my dreams.
No,
I've seen her 3 times. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I want to go back to DC. I like DC a lot. I'd like to go back and see it. Maybe I could befriend her. I feel like she'd be like a very useful ally.
Yeah.
Like if this was like Baldur's Gate or Dungeons and Dragons, she would definitely be like kind of the wild card that saves you. Like in Star Wars, spoilers for a movie from the 70s, at the end of Star Wars 4 or whatever, when they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna blow up the Death Star, then Han comes in and they're like, and he saves the day. Like she would do that for me.
Okay, yeah. Well, shout out to her,
Good woman. I should have got her name.
I know you're gonna see her again sooner
number.
than you expect. Much sooner than you expect.
I just hear a knock at my door.
I was gonna say burst through your door right now.
Yeah.
She goes, poof, Anthony.
Oh wait! I missed a critical thing on.
Josh, or what was the name?
John. So she looked at me and was just like, I've seen you around here before. And I was like, no, I've never been here. Like, this is my first time being here. And she's just like, no, I've seen you before. I've seen you, John. And I was like, no. And she's like, John, like I'm lying. Like I'm like, John, And I was like, nope, my name is Bill. And she just goes like, oh, okay. And it's like she gave up on that. But
I would have been like, I sit on the John sometimes.
That's smart. Yeah, we kept joking that she's like the average Kill Bill fan, and she knew she was a fan. She knew me. Like she's like, I've seen you somewhere.
You're just a little shy.
And she's like, maybe my Spotify Wrapped. Yeah.
Oh, love drug. She eventually figures it out. Like,
she starts like rapping singing the chorus.
I've had my feeling. That one is that.
Yeah.
John.
John. Love you, John. Oh, she also kept saying this thing, like when she wouldn't give us the wings, she should be like, I still love you, Anthony. I still love you. I love you, Anthony. I still love you. And she kept saying it, and I was just like,
I would love to rob a bank and on my way out, just look back, I still love you. Like just
I still love you, baby.
I still love you. Yeah, I still love you. That good for her though. Nobody really took a big L other than Uber. Fuck Uber anyway.
I mean, yeah, I feel like if that story is worth 1 million wings for me.
Yeah.
Not really.
That's a lot.
Really like wings. It's worth like 3 orders of Wing Zone, I think, realistically.
1 million wings is crazy. 1 million wings could feed a lot of people.
But mostly me.
Yeah. Hey, shouts out her, shouts out you, shouts out the art form of mortal arm wrestling. And Mitch, what do you think of Bill's story? How much would you rate it on if you had to give it a score out of 100?
Do you love it? Do you hate it? What would you rate it?
I would give it I'd say like a 79.
Okay, that's good. That's the
That
kind
is
of shit
good.
where I'd be like, oh, that's good.
Yeah, that is good. I appreciate that, Mitch.
Yeah, no worries.
Good.
You're okay. I don't care what Rav says. You're
That's a
okay.
passing grade. That's a passing grade.
Yeah. In some schools, it's a C.
Can you
In some
can
schools,
you
it's a
can
D.
you give me, Bill? I need you to now improvise the theme song for Mortal Arm Wrestle the movie on the spot. Go.
But it can't be like just a direct clone.
It
of
can
Mortal
be.
Kombat.
It can have the big similar beginning, but it can't be the exact same thing.
Okay,
it has
okay,
to be.
okay,
It has to
okay.
deviate somehow a bit.
Mortal arm wrestling. Do do dee do dee dee do dee do dee do dee do do dee do do dee do dee do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. It's a Jersey House song, by the way. Boom
Yeah.
boom 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 boom. Mortal arm wrestling. Boom 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 boom. Jerry. Boom 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 boom. Thomas. Boom 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 boom. Rhonda. It's just
Very
the new.
good.
Do you
That
like the
was-
cast name?
Yeah, Rhonda. Shouts Rhonda.
Yeah, yeah.
It's time that she went back to the big screen
Exactly.
where she belongs.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
the big
yeah,
screen. Yeah, so that was a good song, Bill. Good story.
Thanks.
Good song. You're a good person. You know.
Yeah.
By most accounts. You want to see my brown eye?
Yeah. Whoa. I was hoping you would show us your butthole.
Dude, I'm gonna do the same thing I say every week.
Where'd you get that?
Oh, dude, I got this so that I can protect you and look after you.
I like how I said, where did you get that? You're like, I got this so I can protect you. That's right, I got this. This was forged to protect you.
got this to protect you and watch over you.
Please don't tell me where you got it. Now I don't need to know. That's all I need to know.
So there you go. I've splayed my brown eye for you. For those who are just audio listeners, I just showed Bill my dang brown eye. Actually, it's my third brown eye technically because or fourth. I don't know how
It's
you
your
prefer to
fourth.
count it. But my eyes are brown. They're just very, very dark brown.
Your eyes were brown. Your eyes were brown. I met a girl.
She was so
Your
berserk.
eyes were. She was so berserk.
And she ran berserk.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah.
So Bill.
What?
You know what we haven't done in a long time?
Kissed?
Well, also, we haven't talked about lyrics in a long time. You know, is there any song that you would like us to look up on Genius or a verse that you'd be curious to see if anyone either A, transcribed correctly or B, annotated correctly?
I want to say something
Yes.
before we get into this at all.
Yes.
Something's been kind of bothering me. So there are rumblings that I have a line on fetish.
Okay, I'm curious. I actually don't know about this.
Okay, so I say how grim is this? Shaky with the penmanship.
Oh yeah.
And everyone keeps thinking that I'm making a grimace shake reference, which was not my intention. However,
How
it's like
grim-
funny enough. How grimace this,
This shaky is the penmanship. Skip dinner.
Miss Dessert.
Miss Dessert. You talk about
Yeah.
dessert as well immediately afterwards. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
I feel like there might have been something cooking in the back of my brain that was
I
like a
thought-
subconscious thing.
Yeah, like I thought for some reason in my head canon you were like, no one will ever get this grimace line I got in here. Rap,
Yeah.
don't tell nobody.
It's so funny too because that's such a serious verse. And for me to just like, but like that's the thing though, is like I wrote something recently that has like this very serious. It's a very serious, not serious, but I'm like just rapping and it's like not a joke at all. And then like I feel like randomly I have like a bar about like I'm geeking out listening to Dragon. Like, I feel like it is kind of on brand for me to be a little bit like,
Mitch, could you pull up this link, Rav and Kill Bill, the rapper fetish lyrics on Genius? Okay, so let's take a look at what. Okay, so there's definitely an annotation over how grim is this. Shaky's a penmanship. Before you hover over it, Mitch, let's. So you think they probably think it's the grimmest milkshake thing, right?
I mean, spoilers. I've seen this, and it is that. Yes.
Okay, let's take a look at it. Okay, yeah. The Grimace Shake.
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. That's you. No, that's all you.
The Grimace Shake was a promotional item to celebrate the birthday of one of McDonald's mascots, Grimace. The release of this item spawned an absurdist-style trend where people would film themselves drinking the shake, then cut to footage of them in an uncanny, horror-inspired position/scenario. In context, this line can be interpreted as Bill finding malice in scenarios that should seem benign, while also mentioning how some situations can lead to anxieties that affect his ability to express himself.
I mean, I'm like, it's great because I have a problem sometimes with people missing the point. But
all the time.
But this is good. Like, it's a good breakdown. It's wrong, but it's good. Like,
yeah.
Like,
the way they explain the rationale and everything makes sense. It's one of those things where it's like wrong answer, but you get points for showing how you're working.
Yeah. Well, it's also, I wish I thought of this. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny enough to where it's like I would have wrote that.
It's so silly though.
Yeah.
If you actually did a Grimace milkshake scheme in this verse, that would have been so fucking weird.
Have you ever? Okay, here's the thing, right? Have you ever? You don't have to answer this. Mm-hmm. Have you ever retconned what something means? Like when you explain it to people?
I may have, yes, retroactively, retconned a couple things, or very early on, especially for songs early on in my catalog, where maybe, there's been moments where I was just like, this is a better meaning.
Yeah, well, it's weird sometimes because like the way I write, especially, and not as much now, but earlier on, it was so much more like stream of consciousness, and
Yep.
Part of it for me, the fun is like I have to break down my own lyrics as if I didn't write them. And like that's fun because it's almost like a Rorschach test for like your own shit, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And like that would definitely have stuff with intent, but then there would be some bars in between that like I just like the way it sounded, or like maybe I did mean something like, but I would just write it really fast and it would be like, oh, okay, cool. Part of it is like that. And so there's so many songs, especially like on Ramona and stuff, where it's like, I didn't really like intend for it, but like, this is like what it is. And this isn't one of those situations because I didn't think of this at all, but it's like kind of one of those, like if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it type situation, like, okay, this exists and it is now like a thing that it makes sense. So it's like, should I fight it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's funny.
Yeah. But you know what's not funny?
What? Our sponsor.
That's right. Our dang
Better
sponsor.
help.
Okay. Would you be open to doing a sponsor bill? Would you be open to Mitch agreeing to a sponsor one day, like, or reaching out to a sponsor one day and being like, hey, we have this year podcast. Here they are. Look at them. Yes, we'll do an ad for you, you freaks.
I would do it. I would especially like it if it was like a stereotypical, like MeUndies or something like that. Because it's like a rite of passage.
A rite of passage.
Or like this number. It's like, especially if it's someone who gives you creative control. So it'd be like, oh man, my day my day sure does suck, but you don't know what doesn't suck? Raid Shadow Legends. Like something that I could like actually make a funny thing out of.
Okay.
That wasn't very
doesn't
good.
Suck?
What,
My wife.
my stupid ex-wife, Karen, who doesn't
But
play
also
Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah,
exactly.
Shadow Legends. Yeah.
No, like I would love to do like something that's kind of like a, oh yeah, or what is it, that cereal that no one likes that everyone acts like they like? Y'all know what I'm talking about? No one is talking about.
Bill, did you? I realized something. Bill.
What do you want?
Next month we're going on tour. That's next month, Bill. Next
I'm excited.
month, Bill, we're going on tour. We're going on tour, baby. You know what that means, right?
That's right. We're gonna get naked on stage at one
We're
of the
gonna be
shows that
singing
random.
and singing songs in 30 cities across the states.
That's
Yeah.
What songs
Hit
do
it,
you want to
Bill.
do? I can't wait to do.
Hit it, Bill.
Okay. I'll give you guys a little bit of a preview real quick. What you're gonna hear here. My daddy's my brother, and my brother's my dad, but that is okay, 'cause he is sad. Come on, my fellers, and also their wives, we will sing you the song of your lives. That's what you get to hear on tour. Another hit. Yeah, buddy. EXOCIETY. Don't be trying me. I'm doing like a little air guitar. You guys can't really see it. But I'm also playing really fast for what this is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just sweeping. I'm doing sweeps the entire time. So like, imagine me going like I'm going like yeah, but the entire time just like the entire time, right? There's no stopping. And then in the
Okay,
background, you're just going oh over and over. Square's there. He's like doing that.
Yeah, Square be doing all the craziest kind of stuff for
Yeah.
attention from you
Yeah,
specifically.
I really don't like him.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
No one important be playing Triangle.
Square and no one were our guests on just the other week, right? And
Yes.
they put out an incredible album, and Bill and I are both on it. But they had some difficulties with the upload and how it appeared on like Spotify, Apple Music, etc. And so they've had to remove it and re-upload it. It'll be back up a month from now, or just under 4 weeks from now. And I guess by the time this episode's out, yeah, just a little under 4 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but the album's incredible, and you can still listen to it now already on Bandcamp and on YouTube. And you could also show them some love and support in a kind of a frustrating time for artists, you know, when you put out an album and you're having to deal with everything they're having to deal with. It's very upsetting, of course. But you can show them some support by copying a CD, a vinyl, or a bandana. CD plays the music. Vinyl plays the music, but on the big.
You could do this too with it.
Bandana, you put it on and you listen to music.
I actually
Exociety.net, that's where you go get that shit. Exociety.net, EXOCIETY.net. And then memorize those lyrics. And then go see the boys and us on tour. KeepTheChangeTour.com. That's right, get your tickets now. We were talking about the tour briefer, and this is me coming back to it, circling and back to it, and so here we are.
Yeah, I want to point out that I bought a Amore CD, I bought an Amore vinyl, and I bought an Amore headband. And my reasoning is I'm never going to wear the headband, as I do not wear headbands.
Never say never. Never say never.
But I was thinking about actually, well, yeah, you're right. I think I will wear it. but I'm gonna wear it, and then I'm gonna be like that dude, like that white dude at the party in the '80s who was like has like a headband, and he just goes like.
I always said Bill was EXO's Hulk Hogan, you know?
I hate that. I hate that. I know so much weird Hulk Hogan lore, and all of it's bad.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work for me, brother.
You know, I think it's cool that you got all those things. You want a medal? Well, too bad, because they're not selling one. But maybe they will in the future. In the meantime, again, EXOCIETY.net for EXOCIETY merch, limited edition merch. Support your boys. And get your tickets for the tour on keepthechangetour.com. Hurry.
That was good. That was good. That wink got me a little horned up. You can make me act
Hurry
up.
on up. Hurry
Make
on
me act up,
now.
boy.
Don't make us wait.
I'm bricked up.
I'm bricked up for the tour, bro. I'm bricked up for the tour. We're still fine-tuning our set. And that's exciting. And knowing that like next month, it's no longer like, oh, it's a couple months from now. Oh, it's just under a couple months. It's next month.
Yeah, it really
It is
crept
now
up.
next month.
Yeah. 6 weeks. Oh, what did Square say? He was like, he said some shit.
Yeah,
a month and 10 days or some shit.
He's been real freaky deaky with it earlier today. But yeah, it's happening. It's going to happen. And I'm very, very excited. I'm finally like, I think we might have talked about it before. I don't know if we did or not, but I look forward to performing all the new joints that we're going to be doing. And of course, things will get much worse from here. It's definitely going to be a song we'll be performing.
Absolutely.
We'd be fools not to, if we somehow even didn't like the song. But fortunately for y'all, we love that song. We're very proud of it. And I'm very excited about it. And for some reason, early on when I was practicing it, I was saying like, I would say one thing slightly out of order in my verse over and over again. And it would like breaks everything up. We have two types of tickets that we're selling on this tour, y'all. In case you didn't know, we're doing regular and we're doing VIP. Regular schmegular is $20, $25. Kind of depends on the city and the venue, right? Most shows are all ages unless specified otherwise on keepthechangetour.com. So the regular schmegular ticket gets you the full experience of the show, and the VIP gets you an additional package, as it were. You get to arrive an hour ahead of the doors. You get a commemorative VIP specific EXO keychain. You will get a one-of-a-kind Polaroid signed by both Bill and I. You will get early access to the merch store, to the restroom facilities, the stage.
That's for the real pissers.
All the urine-pilled folks out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, all my P-cells out there. The wizards, of the world.
Okay, never mind. Oh, the wizard. That's good. That's good.
Appreciate it.
I like that.
But you also get 30 minutes of a Q&A with Bill and I, live Q&A with Bill and I, where you get to ask us hard-hitting questions. People in the past have asked us things like, what's your favorite bug? What's your favorite rock? Those are Bill fans usually, but they ask us other things too.
A simple lot, but they're very good.
They're very good. Yes, your fans are like hobbits and dwarves, from like Middle Earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
what are your fans like?
And maybe
then,
a few orcs, and
we love the orcs.
My fans, I think they probably have to be the same. I think we have too much overlap.
They're all like Sauron.
If you and I were, okay, enough of the promo stuff. If you and I were in Middle Earth for real,
Yeah.
You and I would be hobbits. You do know that, right? There's no escaping it.
We joke about like being like an elf elf,
Elf
being
and
an
an
elf,
orc or-
an orc.
yeah.
But no, like for sure, like if we're actually being real, we're both such. It's weird because we're both such like creatures of comfort. And
Yeah.
dude, I actually, bro, can we do this when we get old in like 5 years? Can we and we move to a retirement home? Can we live in a place that is like a shire and all we do is
Oh,
like
yeah.
sit outside? Well, I make big breakfasts and we sit
Yeah.
outside and we smoke that. What did he call that shit? What did Gandalf call it?
The finest weed in all of
Minneapolis.
in all of Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly. And I want Square to like show up from time to time dressed
he's-
as a wizard.
Yeah. He'll come. Square, we're like, old friend.
What
And
would
then
Mitch be?
He comes into the house. He's bumping his dang head on everything.
Yeah. What would Mitch be like if we're hobbits?
He would have to be. He's definitely a dwarf.
You think so? Yeah, I see that. Hell
Definitely
yeah.
a dwarf.
The
He's
dwarf is
very
a great.
dwarf-coded.
Yeah.
Dwarf is a great one to be.
Dwarf
see it.
is like a lazy, is less lazy hobbit. You know, like industrious. It's like an autistic hobbit. You know, like it's
I always call Mitch that behind his
he's
back.
someone who's actually like productive, you know, and like driven. And then there's us. But yeah, I feel like you are dwarf coded, you know. I think there's like when you actually meet Mitch, he's kind of elf coded a little bit. He's got this like purity of an elf in both his appearance and like how he
In my
presents himself
appearance?
to the world. Yeah. You've got like a bit of a elf thing going on, just like a balding elf, like a
That's-
seal elf.
That's very nice. It's very opposite of how I view myself.
I think of you
no,
as
but
like.
it's because you're clean. You take good care of yourself. Which
I view myself
not a
as
lot of
fairly
guys do.
orcish, I'd say.
But in terms of your spirit, you're 100% a dwarf because
Yeah.
you're like, you know, like it's the
and my ass.
yeah, like because dwarf is the ultimate masculine, right? I guess.
Yeah.
In like this in like the Middle Earth.
You're calling me a Middle Earth Chad?
I'm called yeah, you know,
Yeah.
like sure, all your women also look the same, you know, like
What?
at least that's what was implied in one of the movies. Remember?
Oh, how the
That
women
some-
also have beards?
Yeah.
That's good.
Anyway, would Square be a wizard?
I like the idea of him being
He would.
Gandalf.
He would
Something
be
about it's
Gandalf.
funny. Yeah.
He would be Gandalf. Yeah, he would be Gandalf the Grey. He would.
For
Yeah.
sure,
He.
for
What if
sure.
no? We have to give him Square and we give him a slightly different color. Square the beige.
Square would be Radagast.
Square the beige. Lucio the beige.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else? What would James be? Sad Kid. What would Sad Kid be?
What would they be? Oh man. Hobbit. 100%.
For sure.
100%.
Yeah. I think they would also be like in the Shire with us,
Yeah.
doing similar things. I feel like Melty is an elf.
Yeah, Melty's definitely.
Melty gives me huge elf energy.
Melty's 100% an elf. Yes.
Yeah.
Like I would like to be an elf, but Melty actually is an elf type of thing. You know.
I wonder what is no one?
No one could also be an elf. Mm-hmm. For sure.
I could see him being like really cracked with a bow.
Yeah, I could see him be a wood elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Yeah. I would say he's an elf. Yeah.
What about Rekadam?
Rekadam, dwarf.
Yeah, I could see
Dwarf.
that.
Definitely dwarf. Yeah. Does that mean only you, James, and I are hobbits? And Exo?
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
funny. That kind of checks out.
Yeah, it's basically like saying you're a hobbit is basically like you being Hufflepuff.
Oh no.
It's the same vibes, right? Like
I
you
guess
just
you're
kind of
right,
you
yeah,
just like
yeah.
want to smoke weed and like chill.
Yeah, eat good food.
Yeah, drink,
Drink
have tea time,
good.
have tea.
Have tea time. Enjoy a leisurely life. Enjoy parties. You
Yeah.
know, shit like that.
That's how I'm trying to be. Like, if music ever popped off to a point where it's like I just didn't have to work anymore on music, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, that's how I'm trying to be for real. It's just kind of like I float from area to area. I have fun making music when I want to do it, but like it's not like I'm like, oh, if I stop right now, like I'm like in financial ruin type shit. You know what I mean?
Can we play Game of Life?
Right now?
Yeah, over on the Patreon episode for this week.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
I've been like talking about life and the retirement homes and everything. I think has basically made me yearn.
Spurred something in you, yeah.
Yeah, for the Game of Life, and I think we could play it, the three of us. So Midge, Bill, and I both take a crack at life. This Game of Life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that over on the Patreon, which we do have, right? What's that all about?
Whoa, wowie, wow, you might be saying to yourself, hey, you're looking at your bank account right now and you're like, wow, I got $5 left. What am I going to do with this $5 that I've got? Well, that's right. I know exactly what you need to do. You need to head over to voidfm.net and click the Patreon tab, and you'll go, whoa, look at that. Oh, wait, I love watching Void FM. I can't get enough of it. What, you mean that I could have double the amount of episodes? Hey, is what you're saying right now. And I say, you need to seek therapy. So if there's an episode that comes out today, right? Then another episode is accompanied with it on the Patreon for $5. But wait. For the high rollers out there, for the people who say like, maybe I need to get rid of more money. I don't like having it. I'm going to make some poor decisions today. Well, fear not, idiot. $20. You give that money to us, then not only do you get your name at the beginning of the episode where we say that whole thing about, this is brought to you by patrons like you, or whatever I say. I don't remember. Also, you get a bi-weekly.
Hey yo,
Dang.
well LGBTQ positive in here.
You get a bi-weekly segment where you can actually talk to us on Discord and ask us for advice. You're saying, "Hey, dude, my car won't start," or "Hey, dude, my wife left me," or whatever.
My car won't stop.
My car won't stop. My refrigerator's running.
My wife won't start. My wife won't stop.
Hey. Women, am I right? Anyway, $20. Give them to me, and then you could be there. And I'm kind of like running out of ways to say this. So I'm just kind of going into like, give me mode.
We have to figure out a way in the future to challenge you. Maybe instead, I could present you. Oh yeah, hold on. Let's do it once more.
Yeah.
But this time in your best Italian accent.
The whole thing.
You don't have to do the whole thing. You could do a synopsis of it this time.
Catch us over on the Patreon. It's a voidfm.net.
That's awesome. That reminds me of the Elon Musk Wario.
What did he say? I like blocked that shit from my brain.
Mitch probably remembers because he used to like memorize anything Elon would ever say.
Yep, that was accurate.
I'm like, give us some money. We give you a new episode. Hey, come on.
It's stupid. Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
The following is a preview of this week's Patreon exclusive episode. Available now over on the Void FM podcast Patreon.
My name is Haktua.
My name is Haktua.
I'm getting into fighting games a lot lately. Are there any games you suggest to try when it comes to learning basic fundamentals and shit? it. I got into it through Street Fighter. I feel like Street Fighter is a pretty safe, straightforward, this is how fighting games work. I would say what Mitch is saying probably makes more sense, to like try to hang out alone, maybe not even define it as a date, just be like, hey, you want to hang out, you and me?
A year later, she said, on our first date, I'm glad you didn't try to hold my hand because it would have been too soon.